What's going on, everyone? This is Iris. Sorry it's been a while, but a few things have happened. I caught a little cold, little chest cold, so I was very congested, and whenever I talked it sounded like I was so that was that. And also it was the end of the summer. Real life, things come up. I went away, went to Fire Island for a day and little things like that, getting my daughter ready for school, so on and so forth, getting my wife's classroom ready so that her year can start. Little things like that kind of took my time away from being able to sit down and concentrate and get some of these videos done that I'm going to be pushing out here pretty soon. The first one that I'm doing here are my thoughts on the Battlefield 1 beta. In the background, the gameplay, obviously I'm not a beast at Battlefield, and you'll get to see that pretty soon. And you might have noticed in my past video where I was trying out for the FaZe clan, I thought it was pretty funny to whatever, man. So I'm having the same issues with Battlefield 1 as I did with Battlefield 4, and I think a lot of it has to do with me playing, not really knowing how to play the game as it was meant to be played. So obviously with a COD background, and that'll be the last time I mention COD, I'm not going to compare it at all because I understand it's two totally different games. However, my mind-eye hand coordination is so tied into COD that even just learning how to use the different buttons for aim and fire sometimes takes me a little bit while to adjust and get used to. So that's more on me. In the game though, what I found, some of the things that were actually like game related was, one, the server, the one map was, obviously, they kind of did the same thing with Battlefront and Battlefield. One map really doesn't give you a taste or a flavor of how the game is going to play overall. It kind of got boring and repetitive after a while. I put a couple hours into it, so it's not like I played one game and then I said that's it, and saw everybody bitching and complaining on Twitter, but the one map just wasn't enough. And I understand the map is big, and maybe one of the things that they should do is they should have had a couple of more maybe non-lethal type vehicles so that you can get around maybe a little bit faster from spawn point to the action. Maybe a couple of motorcycles that, I know they definitely had motorcycles out there. Maybe spawning the horses in random spots like that. It would have made getting to the action a little bit faster and would have kept the flow going to the game. I tried to spawn in on people at times and I wasn't able to. I kept hitting X to spawn on somebody I saw running, or in a plane or in a tank, and I just, for some reason, it just wouldn't let me go. The guns I found to be pretty good, even though you see my futile attempts at sniping again. It's something I have to learn how to get down, especially with the help of the distances, trying to select which distance for the scope and things like that, and using the scout goggles, which I figured out at some point in the video in the background how to use it, and you can spot with the goggles. And learning, and Battlefield, to me, it's a little bit harder than COD, especially with the sniping, because you have to know the drop and things like that. In COD, it's just a straight line, and you'll see when I'm sniping, I'm putting the crosshairs like on the people, and I know that I was trying to play with where do I put the crosshairs to compensate for the drop, and that's something that I really got to learn, especially if I'm going to snipe a little bit in this game, because I do like to snipe at times. I like to find a spot where I can hide and hard scope in, and try to take people out from a distance, be stealthy, things like that. I did get into some closer action. The shotgun, for some reason, and again, I know it's a beta, I know some things are going to get tweaked and some things are going to get fixed, but the shotgun for me was kind of crap. It was like literally 2 or 3 hits to drop somebody, and then we had the issue with PlayStation being down, so I couldn't get some playtime in, because I was really going to try to get a couple more hours in over this past weekend, but between that and real life stuff, I really didn't get a chance to use a lot of the other weapons. But the autos were pretty good. For some reason, the time to kill took a little bit, and I noticed that it was kind of laggy at times. I would shoot, and then I would hear the of the gun. But overall, I would say the beta, I pre-ordered it, but I'm kind of like, it'll be something I'll pick up maybe after they do a couple of patches, and which is reminding me of what everybody went through with Battlefield 4. Obviously, a lot of you remember where the game was almost like great and playable almost 10 months to a year after it came out. I hope that doesn't happen with this one. I hope they really take a lot of the feedback that they've gotten from the community, and you know, hopefully there's a nice, you know, day one patch that resolves a lot of these issues. You know, even simple things like joining a party was a pain in the ass. Like I couldn't join anybody. Like I would be at the menu screen and I would hit R2 and I would see the people in the right hand corner that were in, but I couldn't join their game, even though they were saying, hey, yeah, come on, you know, jump in over Twitter or something like that. I couldn't jump in, and I don't know if they just didn't have that feature turned on or not, but it would have been nice if they would have said that. I don't feel that any of the vehicles are so overpowered because the map is so big, at least for this map, this desert map is so big, you can kind of avoid a lot of the vehicles. The planes were, you know, I think pretty balanced. They're kind of hard for me to pilot. Whenever I did jump in one, a couple of times I tried to jump in as the gunner, and that worked out better for me because I didn't have to fly it. And you'll see, I think there's one of my attempts of flying the plane is in this video, and I was just kind of just zipping around the sky, not a clue what I was doing. I didn't even know if you could accelerate or decelerate. I was just messing around with all the buttons. But overall, I gotta say the beta was fun. I am going to still pick it up. I'm not going to cancel my pre-order. However, I don't think that it's going to be the #1 game that I'm going to be playing. So basically, out of what I've seen so far, and because I haven't done obviously the Infinite Warfare beta yet, but I think this beta for Battlefield 1 was behind the Titanfall 2 beta. At least for me, at least for the fun of the game and the overall gameplay of it. I'm just, you know, I think right now it's going to be #2 with the 2 betas so far, and obviously when we get to play Infinite Warfare, I'll kind of rank that one where it is. So those are my thoughts on it. I think they got a lot of work to do. I don't think it's as bad as I thought it was going to be, and you know, we'll see what happens. Listen, if you guys stuck through this, I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.